Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. Right, so this week we're going to be doing some more resin art, and we're going to be doing it over the two boards, as you can see. Now both the boards are independent of each other, and it's going to be a dual pour, and I'm going to be pushing the boards up together and pouring a continuous pattern, and then splitting the boards apart after the resin pour is done. I'm now just going to check that everything is completely level. I don't want the resin running off to one side and messing up the pour, so it's quite important to make sure that everything's spot on before you start pouring anything. This way it will just avoid any sort of problems while you're pouring the resin. So I'm going to use these little plastic shot glasses. Each one of these glasses hold an ounce of resin. So I know that I will have 4 shot glasses of resin and 4 equal shot glasses of hardener. Now the resin I'm going to be using is the Art Resin, and this is done and weighed, well not weighed, sorry, it is done by volume. Hence the shot glasses. I find it easier and more accurate using these, and they are cheap as chips to buy. I think I get 50 for about £2.50. So moving on, the colours I'm going to use are the Alumilite Red, which you can see there, the Alumilite Yellow, the Alumilite Orange, the Alumilite Ocean Blue, the standard Alumilite Blue, and last but not least, the white dye. Right, so moving on, I've poured all the resin into the cups and the hardener. So the back you have 4 parts of resin, and at the front you have 4 parts of hardener. I have a larger plastic mixing cup there, and I'll transfer all of these into the large mixing cup, mix the resin up for 3 minutes, and then we'll be ready to split the clear resin again, and start adding the colours and the amount of colour that we want to each batch. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pour all of the resin in first from the 4 you can see there from that line, and then I'll repeat the process again with the hardener straight on the top. Now these little shot glasses afterwards will be thrown away. They won't be no good afterwards, but like I said, they're cheap to buy, and they're really handy that they hold an ounce of resin per pot. So that's the last one poured in, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start to slowly mix the resin. It says for about 3 minutes. I keep going until it's crystal clear again. It will cloud up as you first start to mix, and that is purely just the resin and the hardener mixing together, and it should go back to sort of a crystal clear colour. I'm not too worried on this mix about introducing air bubbles, as I am going to be using a heat gun later on to remove them, so it's not too much of a worry. It's not like a cast where air bubbles could become trapped and ruin the piece. So now that the resin's fully mixed, I'm now going to start adding the colours. As you can see, I've sped this part of the film up, and I've poured the amount of resin I want for each colour, and what's left in the large cup is going to be what holds the white, as I want the background to be a full white. So on the smaller cups, the mixing small cup shot glasses, I've added different amounts of resin for the different amount of colours I want. There is probably a little bit too much there, but I always have a silicone mould ready to hand to take any of the extra resin I have left over for future projects. So we're now ready to start the project. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the video.